All right, let's get right into it. We're talking about a company that's totally shaking up how we even think about building software. A tool that wants to make a builder out of anyone with a good idea. Yep, today we're breaking down Replit.
And you really have to start with this bombshell statement from Replit's own CEO. I mean, think about it. For years, the big mantra in tech has been learn to code. But what if that's just not the most important first step anymore? This one idea, it's really at the very heart of the revolution we're about to unpack.
Because, what's happening right now is a huge seismic shift. We're going from a world where you had to be a fluent programmer to a world where you just need to be a really clear communicator. AI is basically becoming the translator, taking your ideas said in plain English and turning them into real working applications.
So that brings us right into our first section. We're not just talking about some new gadget here. We're talking about completely reimagining what it even means to build software from the ground up.
So at its heart, this is what Replit was in the beginning. It was a simple but honestly a really powerful idea. Just get rid of all that complicated setup. No installations, no crazy configurations. You just open your web browser, pick a language, and there are over 50 of them, and you just start building. It made coding instantly accessible to literally everyone, everywhere. But yeah, that was just the beginning.
And this evolution, this is where things get really interesting. See, Replit isn't just a place to code anymore. It's become something way, way more powerful.
So, meet the Replit Agent. The company calls it having an entire software team on demand. And you know what? That's not really an exaggeration. It's like having a team of engineers right there in your pocket. This is an AI that doesn't just help you write a line of code here and there. No. It plans, it codes, it tests, and it deploys entire applications for you, all based on a simple conversation.
And the sheer range of what it can create, it's just staggering. I mean, we're talking about everything from internal business tools and online shops to custom AI chatbots and even video games. Basically, if you can describe it, the agent can try to build it. And that just massively opens up the door for who can actually create software.
Okay, so how does this actually work in the real world? Let's walk through that journey, right from a simple idea all the way to a live working app.
The process is almost deceptively simple. First, you just describe what you want, like you're just talking to a person. Then, the agent gets to work, creating the files, the visuals, the back-end logic, the whole shebang. And from there, it's just a conversation. You ask for changes, it tweaks the app, and when you're happy, you hit one button and launch it to a live URL. It's kind of wild.
And this quote here from a YouTuber, it really captures the magic of it. You're not just getting a bunch of code spit out at you. You are literally watching a website come to life in real time, right before your eyes. It's just popping into existence.
And this shows you the power of it in action. I mean, we've seen people build really practical tools, like a tracker for their thesis progress, just from scratch. And get this, even Reid Hoffman, the co-founder of LinkedIn, he gave it a simple prompt to clone LinkedIn and was just blown away by the functional prototype it churned out in a matter of minutes.
Okay, this all sounds amazing, right? But is it just a cool tech demo, or is there a real business here? Well, this is where we need to look at the numbers behind this whole new way of building.
It's the absolute critical question, isn't it? Can you actually build a sustainable company on the promise of an AI that builds software for you? Well, the answer is pretty staggering.
Just take a look at this chart. This right here is what hypergrowth looks like. When they launched the AI agent, Replit's revenue didn't just grow, it exploded. We're talking a nearly 2,500% year-over-year increase. That insane vertical line you're seeing, that is the direct impact of this tech hitting the market. And to put a hard number on that growth, by early 2025, Socra estimates Replit hit $70 million in annual recurring revenue. Now think about this. That's up from just $16 million the year before. This isn't just a product finding its audience, it's a product creating a whole new market. So how on earth did they do it? Well, the key was a really smart shift in their business model. Instead of just charging a flat subscription fee, they moved to a consumption-based model for the AI agent. So the more you use the AI to build stuff, the more you pay. It directly tied their revenue to the absolute core value of their most powerful feature.
All right, so we've seen the tech, we've seen the business, but where does Replit actually fit into the bigger picture? And who is this really for? Is it for the seasoned coder, the brand new creator, or maybe someone who's a little bit of both?
A great way to understand Replit is to put it side by side with its biggest competitor, GitHub Copilot. See, Copilot plugs into professional developers' existing setup on their local machine.
Replit, on the other hand, is the setup. It's a complete all-in-one cloud-based platform. And the key differences are pretty clear. Replit gives you that instant deployment and has a full mobile app, which really targets a much broader audience, of beginners and people who want to prototype super fast.
So it really boils down to picking the right tool for the job you're doing. Replit absolutely shines for learners, for educators, and for anyone who just values getting from an idea to a live app as fast as humanly possible. And hey, if you want to build on your phone, it's pretty much the only game in town. Now, if you're a professional working on some huge, complex enterprise software, you might still prefer Copilot's integration into your established local workflow.
But, of course, this kind of explosive growth doesn't come without risks. Replit's entire business is really tied to the cost of GPUs and its reliance on AI models from partners like OpenAI. That's a big dependency. And it's all in one platform, while super convenient, can feel a bit like a walled garden, which might make some professional teams hesitant to lock themselves in.
And that brings us all the way back to where we started. What does all of this mean for the future? Replit is making a huge bet that AI isn't killing the developer, but that it's just redefining what it means to be one. It's lowering the barrier to entry so dramatically that the next generation of incredible software might not be built by traditional coders at all, but by anyone with a clear vision and a powerful idea. The big question is, are they right?